Have you ever looked inside the computer's case? Nga baguddewo computer n'ogitunulira munda. If you have never looked inside the computer case or you have never seen a picture nga baguddewo computer, internal hardware parts mu computer munda may look mysterious. It may look complicated. Olabamu wire, olabamu bu parts bungi, but that is not the case. It is not really that mysterious if you understand it. Ono understanding nga laptop yo ne oluba okifute wantu kugiggulawo ojja kumanya ono RAM, eno processor, eno fan. It is simple logic. For example, if they open for you a desktop computer ne bagiggula ne bajjako kisaanikira ku computer case, ojja kusanga bino parts eziri munda. I ask people, this is a fan. These are cables, these are wires, you can all see. This is also a fan right here. Inside here, it is a motherboard. A board, as long as it's an electronic device, a board. So this is a board. We will not talk about every part inside the computer because mulimu capacitor, mulimu resistors. We are not doing computer repair and maintenance. What are we looking for is for us to have a knowledge about inside the computer, what is there, because twina internal hardware parts ezomugaso that I told you must consider when you're buying a laptop. So we are going to talk about different parts, but I'm going to focus on these 3 internal hardware parts that are very, very important when you're buying a computer. One of the things we're going to talk about inside the computer is a motherboard. Is a motherboard. I said every type of computer has a motherboard. So this motherboard, every part yonna gy'omanyi ku computer yo connecting directly or indirectly ku motherboard. If you look at this picture, wala wano wagenda flash, wano wagenda connectors ez'enjawulo, wagenda headset, speakers, ojja kulaba wano wagenda processor, wano makati wetuula, ojja kulaba wano wagenda RAM, eba n'ebitulituli eby'enjawulo. Motherboards ezisinga ziba ne extra n'ebituli ebibeerawo in case kino kifudde w'osobola obeera ng'okola ki ng'oteeka. There is no way you will check for the motherboard when you are buying a computer, so I just want you to understand that n'oba olina simu charging system eba connected ku motherboard, screen oba touch screen eba connected ku motherboard either through fiber oba wire oba direct. Oba olina headset eba connected to motherboard nga wolaba wano nti you can see headset ojja ziteeka wano oba speaker, flash ojja giteeka wano, keyboard ogiteeka awo wabweru goba tolowooza, but keep in mind every part ku computer eba connecting ku motherboard. The motherboard is computer's main circuit board. Is the computer's main circuit board. Buli computer erina okuba ne motherboard, and this is what they tell us. Every motherboard connects directly or indirectly to every part of your computer, directly or indirectly. The second part we talked about, this is a very important one. I told you to note down. A processor over the CPU. Nekugamba, before you buy a computer, sooka ofokasinge computer gyengula CPU yayo yenkana etya, processor yayo yenkana etya, because it is the brain of the computer. So when you buy a computer with a small brain, processor yayo nga nafu, don't expect it to be fast. Kambe computer nga teri fast. So before you buy a computer, we need to check for its what? Its processor over its CPU. Usually computers ezisinga ziba zikozesa company ya Intel, so we consider core. Computer gyenguze core ki? Is this core i3? Is this a core i5? Is it a core i7? Is this a core 2? Is this a Pentium? Is it a Celeron? Like you hear them, core 2, or 2, or 3, or 5, or 7, or 9. Era ono aba asinga ono, ono asinga ono, ono asinga ono, ono asinga Celeron asinga Pentium. Now, before you buy a computer, tojja kulaba muntu alina i7 gw'olina Pentium olowooza nti computer zammwe zigenda kudduka speed y'emu. Consider the processor. Twagamba processor is also known as a computer's brain. Era computer processors zino zibeera measured in speed eyitibwa gigahertz. So before you buy also, look at the speed mu gigahertz. Billions of instructions per second. Also ziba ne generation. So komanye processor yange eri mu generation ki, eri mu kyasa ki. That was the first part. The second part we said, actually here on the processor twagamba, the faster the processor, the more quickly your computer is going to be fast. Processor whenever yamanyi kitegeeza computer ejja kuba edduka. Naye ne tugamba, however, the actual speed actually depends on many other components, not just the processor. So tugamba nti gw'olina processor y'amaanyi naye ate RAM wo nga mutono nedda. So inside the computer, tubamu ne processor so tugiconsidering. The second part gye tusanga mu inside the computer nga tugigudde eyitibwa RAM, era nayo nkulu nnyo when you are buying a computer. Random access memory, RAM ono bwati bwafaanana era abeera ku motherboard kwatuula, ne processor etula ku motherboard, ne RAM atula ku motherboard munda ku buli kika kya computer ze twagambye ennya. RAM ono is the short term memory. Woba olina by'okola bituula ku ki? Bituula ku RAM. For example, bino programs zonna nziguddewo WhatsApp, nziguddewo Excel, nziguddewo Microsoft Word, Edge, nziguddewo Teams, nziguddewo PowerPoint, nziguddewo Google. Byonna biri open. If I click on Google ojja kulanga bino biri open. Sinabi closinga. Bitudde ku ki? Bitudde ku kye bayita RAM. Bw'onooba ne computer nga RAM mutono, kitegeeza computer tesobola kugulawo more than one program at a time. Bw'onoogulawo program ennyingi, computer ejja kuba esooba. N'onooba olina processor nga nnungi, you need to consider RAM before you buy a computer. RAM usually abeera measured in GBs. Edda batunda ngoba MB, but I don't want you to even think about megabytes. So GB mmeka z'ogula RAM before you buy a computer, how many gigabytes zeyina. Akugamba the more RAM you have, look here, the more RAM you have, gy'onookoma oba ne RAM omungi, kyekigenda okudda ku onooba ne RAM omungi, the more RAM you have, the more things your computer can do at the same time. If you don't have enough RAM, oba tolina RAM amala, look here, your computer may become sluggish. Ojja kuslowinga, ojja gyetamu when you open several programs. So the more RAM you have, the more faster or the more things your computer can do at the same time. When you're buying a computer, don't just consider the processor. You should also consider a RAM. Another internal hardware part gye tusanga mu computer nga bagisumuludde munda, it is called a hard drive. It's a hard drive. Oba giyite storage ya computer. Enkola enkadde ezi desktop ojja kusanga zirina kye bayita hard drive oba hard disk. Enkola empya laptops, enkola empya ne PC ziba zirina kye bayita solid state SSD. Era ebeera ziba measured in GB. Storage ya computer ziba measured in GB nga whatever RAM. So before you buy a computer, sooka omanye computer gyengula ezitowa storage ki, erina GB mmeka. Erina GB mmeka. So that onooba ne GB akugamba bw'ati wano awasemba storage eno, the faster the hard drive, the faster your computer can start up and load programs. Bw'onooba ne storage nga ntono, unless nga laptop yo toyagala edduke. N'onooba ne processor ne RAM nga mungi naye nga storage mutono, still your computer will not run fast. So these are the three most important components zenjagala to considering when you're buying a computer. The question is, they are all internal hardware parts. Ozikebera otya when you're buying a computer? I told you that two steps ze nabagamba. Ngenze gula laptop nagimanya atya nti eno eri fast eno nnungi. Engeri gy'olina ogimanya ng'olina processor nnungi, ng'olina RAM mulungi, ng'olina hard disk nnungi. Ogenda kikola otya? Genda wali this PC ku computer, tugambe njagala kubuuza this laptop. Genda awola n'alaba akafaananyi akaliko this PC. Right click there, ofune options. When you right click on anything ku computer ofuna options. Right click ku kano akafaananyi. When you right click on it, you get options. Among options, selecting an option eyitibwa property. Turn on mouse. Selecting a property with left button. Your mouse. Ejja kutwala direct mu settings and it will tell you about your computer. It will tell you the first is the storage. It will tell you the storage yo eri 477 GB. That is the SSD hard drive. It will talk about graphics in case you have a designated graphics card. It will talk about RAM and it will talk about the processor. As well, whenever tubisanze wano, just scroll down, you will find them down here. Kukibaita device specification. It will tell you the device name, the processor, you can check here. This is Intel Core i7. So you will know, okay, and computer Core i7. Processor tebambye eyo. My advice onoba ogula computer, at least gula Core 3 kudda waggulu. Unless ng'olina low budget, then you can go down. Instead of over Core, don't ever buy a Pentium computer. Awo nkolanka, that's twavaayo. Bw'onooba olina low budget gula Intel Celeron oba gula Intel Core 2. But my advice, you should start on Core i3 n'oba olina ssente ntono. Look for the computer with i3. The next here I talked about the generation. So komanye processor yange ya kyasa ki. Processor wadde erimu i7 naye which generation? You can check here, it's 10 first. The first number is tells you the generation. If you find 11 here, you will know this is the 11th generation. If you find number 9 nga yesooka wano ku zino numbers you will know that this is a what? A 9th generation. If you find 8, you will know that this is 8th generation. If you find 7, you know that this is 8th generation. So ours here, it shows us it is a 10th generation laptop. i7 of 10th generation. And this is the speed. It's speed. Twagambye measuring about in gigahertz. So if you have two i7 and another 10th generation, then you'll be able to consider speed eriwe singa. Number 3, we talked about RAM. Kibera RAM, computer yange ya RAM ki? Tugambye gy'onookoma one RAM, the more you have RAM, ojja kuba osobola okugula several programs at the same time. It tells us it is a 16 GB hours here. So you are buying a computer, make sure at least it's an 8 GB RAM computer. Unless you're going low budget, below 4 GB, but don't ever go below 4 GB RAM. Ojja kuba otomedde. That is old computer. I talked about system type. You should also consider system type. Always buy a 64-bit based processor. Togula 32 64-bit processor. When you're buying a computer, consider these things. Okubanga computer tejja kusumbua. Keep this video and watch it. That is it. Down here, it also shows you Windows operating system. It shows us it is on Windows 11 Pro. It is also important you cannot buy a computer in Windows 8 below. Or as my advice, buy a computer in Windows at least Windows 10 and above. The second way to check for computer omanye computer nungi oba si nungi, the second way just nabagamba buli computer eba ne w'osearchingira. So genda wano wansi ku taskbar we basearchingira ojasanga bakagambo search ku buli computer ku buli version ya Windows eba ne w'osearchingira. Just come here w'osearchingira and then write the word about. About. It will come here. And then you click on about your PC. It will take you back all to that day. Here, before you buy a computer, check for its processor, check for its RAM, check for the operating system, and check for the storage. The first way we gambye tunonya akabonero akaliko this PC, we right click on it, tufuna options, then we click on properties. The second way tugambye tugenda wano w'osearchingira and then you write a word about. It will take you straight about your PC. There are so many other ways. Some videos I have so many other ways we can check, but this is one of the easiest two ways to check for your computer before you buy it. Abatabaddewo awo twakoma. See you. Thanks for your attention. See you guys.